and welcome to the AEW Dynamite preview. I'm Adam Wilbourn from WhatCulture, joined by Wilbourn Michael Hamflett from WhatCulture, here to look ahead to tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube, where we do daily wrestling podcasts where we not only review Dynamite, but also Collision, Raw, SmackDown, the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. Pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a roundup of the week, complete with a bloody good quiz, of course, on WrestleCulture. As said, though, joined by Michael Hamflett. Get well soon to Michael Sidgwick to look ahead to AEW Dynamite. What day is it? It's Title Tuesday.
Yeah.
AEW counter-programming NXT tonight. Your thoughts?
That's hospital pass, isn't it? When people are tuning in and already thinking these dickheads are going to ruin my enjoyment of the show I want to watch. But then far be it for me to do my Eddie Kingston impression and say, I don't even want to talk about it, but they're paying me to. Don't like that. Nope.
Neither does Sidge, to be fair.
Yeah. I'm excited for this. I didn't expect to be, because it's not the most thrilling looking Tuesday Night War that we've had in this strange era of them.
Not many titles either. Well, actually, no, there's more of them.
Have they called it Title Tuesday, or is this just a hangover that we used to use from years
They've
ago?
called it Title Tuesday.
Have they? All right, okay, fine.
I think.
Right.
Now you made me question myself.
Well, I'm just saying, like, not many title matches on your quote-unquote Title Tuesday. We never called it that. Like, that'll be on us if it's not them. Have they called it Title Tuesday? Has Tony Khan at any point tweeted Title Tuesday? Sorry for the...
Yes, they have.
Oh. So he's right. That's the main thing, is that he's right. No, I am more excited about this card than I would have been, I think, a few days ago. That's in spite of some of the matches at the book too. It's eventful, and I need Dynamite to feel eventful. I don't like a lot of the matches or wrestlers or storylines, but you just don't know. Let's get on with it.
Yeah, they're getting back to Daly's Place.
Oh, right. I mean, I want to go to Daly's Place. It's one of those
2.5 hour special, of course.
Not really. I want to go to Daly's Place at some point.
Yes.
It means a lot to me as a building. It always looks gorgeous, whichever way around they shoot it. Like, they've either got that, like, what I would consider the Kazarian Elite Hunter platform, the one he sprinted across that time, or they shoot it with the entrances like they did in the pandemic, or the Riho Serena Deeb view. There's no bad view in Daly's. The atmosphere isn't always great. In recent years, there has been exceptions to the old rule, but it just means a lot to me. I like looking at it while the show's on. I like reminiscing about a golden era, an unexpected golden era. Like, that's a big selling point, genuinely, like Daly's Place. I like seeing wrestlers in Daly's Place. I haven't been there before. It feels like they're kind of like earning an extra AEW stripe when they work in Daly's Place. There is a match on this card that some people might expect you and I in particular to go in two-footed. I immediately like it more just visualizing it happening in Daly's.
Ooh.
Which match could it be?
I'm intrigued by that. The mood will be good in the Khan household as well. A late Trevor Lawrence touchdown, getting the win for the Jacksonville Jaguars just last night against the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, they've won loads of Super Bowls recently, in case you're unaware.
And that's next to Daly's, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm hopefully going to full head.
I think a load of the AEW gang were there, basically.
Speaking of Tony,
This will be nice to see Patrick Mahomes. Oh, we've beaten him.
Sporting Empire thing. I'm hopefully going to Fulham away. I'll put money in the Khan's pockets.
Of course,
put money in
yeah.
the coffers in a few weeks' time. Mainly because they're not well supported. They've got a neutral section and there's more space for away fans. But it's a lovely day out on the drink as well.
Yeah.
It's the nicest away trip in terms of pubs, parks, and scenery, and then a boring draw or a defeat.
Yeah.
But I like it. It's a nice bit of London. Yeah, good.
Right, let's look ahead to Title Tuesday. We are here to be professional journalists, reviewing and previewing wrestling as we do, and we've learned what to do after the...
Journalists.
Huh? Speak for yourself, mate. After the...
Try not
to laugh challenge, by the way.
I'm just going to put it out there. Sorry, I'm a little bit... I'm not... Sidgwick's ill and has very kindly taken himself, like, out of the game in order to not spread the germs. I don't think I'm as ill as Sidgwick is, but I am feeling like a little run down. Nothing.
So what make you feel better? 4.5 hours of wrestling tomorrow morning.
I am. This is me, I guess, trying to explain away what might come across as like lack of enthusiasm for these two shows. It's it's only half lack of enthusiasm for these two shows. It's also because I'm a little bit under the weather. I've got lots of nice things to say, a bit more energy about me, a bit more pep in my step about Monday Night Raw. But yeah, I don't think I think this 4 hours of wrestling this Tuesday night war.
4.5, yeah.
I'm needing to be pleasantly surprised. My expectation levels are low, so maybe that's a good thing.
50% excited, I think I'd say, about tonight's wrestling shows. But anyway, let's look at this one.
Oh God.
Do you want to start with the Battle of the Kyles?
It's ruined.
It's Kyle Fletcher versus Cool Kyle O'Reilly for the TNT Championship.
Brilliant. Like, they're both called Kyle.
I think there's quite a lot of upset around the whole issue with the world title picture and the TNT title picture surrounding what's happened and what maybe people think should have happened. There's an argument to be made that Kenny Omega is not back to 100%. So, yes, I get that. But I've heard a lot of frustrations about people saying, wait a second, we are week and a half away from Wrestle Dream, I think it is.
Yeah.
And your matches are, exciting. Hangman Page versus Samoa Joe. Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe appears to be the direction we're heading in.
Yeah.
Unless Kyle O'Reilly springs an upset tonight, I suppose. But people are like, wait a second, surely it should be Kenny Omega Andrade, which you can assume will be added. A lot of upset around the fact that if Kenny's back, shouldn't he want to try and take out the guy who tried to end his life?
It's just, where to start with this? I'll address that Kenny thing really quickly. As Sidge has highlighted on a number of occasions, and he does it from a platform of being like Kenny Omega's like number one super fan. Kenny Omega himself in a promo earlier this year said, revenge isn't really for me. Which is frustrating, but is also a kind of get out of jail free card when you have these, what I would consider to be fluffed lines in terms of a storyline or a follow through. It was a bit of all the action and stuff that was going on around Kenny Omega last week. That was a bit of a, I don't know, it didn't feel like it was knowingly missed, which is worse. It felt like they forgot all about that. Like they forgot all about a Death Valley driver through a table.
Yeah, in their defense, I suppose the argument could be made, well, Kenny was going to get to Kyle Fletcher, but then he got sidetracked by the attack by Andrade.
And fair enough too, by the way, because it does mean that in the next pay-per-view cycle, you can get back to that. Mark Briscoe as the TNT number one contender feels like something they've betted him for a while. Because
That's not official, that match, is it? But we can all assume it's happening.
Well, he wanted that.
Well, they're not going to announce it, I suppose, before this one.
Coming out of the MJF match, he called that shot, and then everybody was like, is that it? But then...
I agree.
Well,
You've just beaten the bloke who just fought for the world title and a former world champion.
Well, I agree
and Hangman Page just gifted, nothing against him, but Lee Moriarty a world title shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree.
But I know that you shouldn't book... actually, Samoa Joe's a babyface, but you know what I mean.
No, I think you're right in everything you just said there, even when you were halfway through saying it and then stopped, I was agreeing with the sentiment you were about to come out with. However, I'll be a bit more positive now. I like that Mark Briscoe, once that, has aspired to be TNT champion, has had a couple of bumps in the road and is now chasing that shot.
I get that, yeah.
And last week felt like this very aggressive course correct of, maybe the wrestlers didn't quite sell the stakes of what had just gone on enough, so we'll push that a little bit. And Briscoe in particular, there was this, sorry about the conglomeration nonsense. We're back. I won, and I want this. That sense, that goal-oriented sense. Of winning the match and what comes next and all that. That is to delay saying Fletcher will beat Kyle O'Reilly in a perfectly good match, which will satisfy the AEW base for those that enjoy those types of good matches. It might even go beyond that a little bit. Fletcher, Orange Cassidy last week. Fletcher's month has been weird because he was supposed to have the title versus streak thing with hologram.
Oh, yeah.
And that got derailed and then turned into a vehicle for El Clon joining the Don Callis family. Wait a minute, that's hologram. I thought he was injured.
And a good guy.
Orange Cassidy's been beaten already. I've got to stick up my arse about that as well. Fletcher's follow-through from losing to Hangman Page is all a bit... It feels like he's back on pause slightly. So I don't know how they can, they being Kyle and Kyle, can have a match that goes beyond those sort of tempered expectations, can go beyond that tempered ceiling. Kyle Fletcher will win. Kyle Fletcher will look like he really has surpassed. This is not a dig on Kyle O'Reilly. It will look, because he has surpassed that level of Kyle O'Reilly wrestler, which is just that nice boots and trunks, meat and potatoes mid-card wrestler, of which there's loads in AEW. And Fletcher will put in that kind of performance that reminds you that he has sailed past them, and he feels like a bigger star. But what else can you achieve from this ultimately?
You get some fun crowd chants of like, "Let's go, Kyle. Kyle sucks." You're like, which Kyle are you talking about? I think Kyle's going to win.
God. F off.
Speaking of Andrade, do you think he'll make an appearance on tonight's show? And do you think Santos Escobar might show up?
Have you put that as a bullet?
No, I just thought of it. Because you mentioned it in the news. Santos has departed WWE as of, midnight? Is it midnight tonight? I never know how to...
I'm not sure, yeah.
We're not great with time, so much so that WWE literally had to put a graphic up on the screen for Raw next week to help us.
Thanks, the Fed. I appreciate that. Good old Fed, eh? Anyway.
This is the pod for it.
You agree, right? Right, gang? No, I don't think Santos Escobar is here tonight, but I think sooner or later he will land in AEW.
I agree.
Feels like a fit. Feels like the energy's match. Andrade, I would, right? There's 2.5 hours of TV time to fill. I actually would. Maybe not a live promo. He's hit and miss in that environment, but a video package with him narrating over top of what he did last week.
I thought Don was going to be more of his mouthpiece.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, he's in the Don Callis family. You might as well make use of that, I guess, for more than just the gag of yet another member joining the family. Yeah. Have them go out there live with Don Callis. I didn't even consider that. I was thinking of Andrade going out there by himself and having to talk up a Kenny Omega match and say, look, when I was away, I wanted you and I wanted this match and I know I can beat you and you're past it. Like, I'm back to All Elite Wrestling because I'm still in the prime of my career and you are long, long removed from that. You are Don Callis family business. Carl Fletcher's busy, but like I'll do it, and I'll take you down and I'll take you out at Wrestle Dream, and Callis in a ring and Kenny Omega running out and trying to get to Don Callis is something we've seen for like 2 years now. But I suppose the merit of this is the new obstacle, isn't it? So for a while it was like just the numbers of the Don Callis family, but in someone like a Fletcher or in someone like an Andrade, it's like the new obstacle. The new person. It's the same old heat. It's it's quite similar to like a bit of a Triple H stalling thing. This he can drag things out longer than need to, and Kenny versus Callis is a textbook example of that. But Andrade, God, I don't like Andrade, and I'm sitting here being like, get hyped for the Andrade Kenny Omega match, guys. I don't know what Omega's form is, and I think Andrade is like past his best as well. Like, get ready for the big past the best match. $50, and it's all yours.
Well, sticking with the...
I'm not going to fake it.
No.
Like, just... Good match. Like, whoa, that back elbow. Whoa, that root drug. Like, sell me on it. Sell me the fight, because I'm not that invested. Like, I'm not... I love Kenny Omega. I don't love him as much as Sidge, but I love him as a like one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. Like, I'm not feeling that drawn in yet another Kenny versus Don Callis family member, and I'm not yet feeling like Andrade is more than a Don Callis family. I could pretend to on a podcast, be an idiot on the internet, but I don't actually care. Yeah. I was a little bit like, one off the books when he left WWE. Like, but then I was like, oh, well, I watch AEW as well. Didn't think about that.
Well, staying with the Don Callis family, there's this...
It's hard not to.
Double Jeopardy Eliminator match. It is the tag champs, Brodito versus Kazuchika Okada and Konosuke Takeshita, where, of course, the winning team will get a shot at the title.
Ignore that. It's Tony Khan's silly brain. Like, I like this. I like all of this. I like this match. I like the pairings. I like the possibility of the in-ring magic in that way that, like, we talk about this on the reviews each week, how... What are the matches that actually burst through the chrysalis and go from being caterpillar matches to butterfly matches? That's what we always call them.
That's what we say, yeah.
That's why I stumble over my words. They're caterflies, you know? This TV show's making me poorly. Like, this is what I want. This is a match that offers so much more than those, like, wacky trios or wacky 4-on-4s with $100,000 on the line. Takeshita and Okada, a good story, being well told, being paced very nicely, the competitive envy between the two within the Don Callis family, the arrogance of Kazuchika Okada, now that he's like physically engaged with Takeshita as well in the three-way at the pay-per-view, like it's gone beyond, shove into me there, mate. It's now, on another day, I think you might have took my title. On most days, I think you might be the better man. How can I prove that? How can I continue to show that my dominance and that I'm still Okada and that you don't come for the Rainmaker and all that? Takeshita's babyface turn has been really nicely handled in the confines of the Don Callis family. Great. If they win, they get a title shot.
Yes. So, yeah, if either, and they're being eliminator, obviously.
A double jeopardy.
Yeah. If Okada or Takeshita win, they get a shot at the tag titles.
Yeah.
But if Brodito win, they get a shot at the unified championship that Kazuchika Okada holds. So I have an idea for this.
I want to hear it.
I love Brodito, don't get me wrong, and I don't think they should drop the titles to these two, but I do quite like the idea of Okada being eliminated, but then Takeshita getting them the title shot by beating both of them.
Ooh. I thought you were going to go the other way and have Takeshita take a fall. And Okada, Jesus, I got to wrestle again. That's a lot. Kanosuke.
Basically, my idea gets Okada out of the way as fast as possible.
How have we landed here? Like, what have we become? No, I like that. Takeshita, it's the problem. It's not really a problem. It's AEW. They'll just wrestle away out the problem. Like, Takeshita being a babyface against two babyfaces is like less than ideal for the story you're trying to tell, with Takeshita being just better than Okada and this guy that you want to love within the Don Callis family. However, the work will likely be so good. The chemistry, like between all of them, will be so great that with Okada just out of the way, like being lazy old bitch Okada. His words. That like the contrast will be the fun element here.
Yeah,
I like that. I like this Takeshita Okada thing a great deal. Genuinely, I think I just think they've, in total contrast to some of the other stuff where Tony Khan feels like he's Triple H timing these things. This one feels like it's cooking nicely. Like they've been careful with it. Like they even did it. When Wardlow joined the Don Callis family, like get well soon, Michael. Like, but when he joined and it was Takeshi that came out last, as if to like, once he get the approval from me, you're not really part of the family. Like that in itself reflected the power struggle between the two. So I do like that. And Don Callis with this like fragile hold on all of it, probably thinking, if they two explode, I'm gonna need a bunch of guys to deal with that.
Adding more people.
That's the methodology behind it. And like Brodito can like take that loss for the hotter tag title match as well. It's a good match for the pay-per-view if they want to run it back.
Yeah, I don't think they take the titles off them. Feels like they're still going to go back to the Young Bucks, perhaps.
What, Brodito
singles
down the line beat Okada and Takeshita?
One-on-one, I mean.
Yeah. I think the Young Bucks feel like they're right. Like they're going to be at that point where and they kind of have now, they've sort of exploited as much of this cash idea as they can. And they're going to want a chase for the belts because they can have that version of riches instead of actual cash ones. Yeah,
I quite like the idea of them becoming the tag champs and then openly pitching to be ambassadors for products as the tag team champions of AEW.
Yeah.
I always start my day with such and such. Winning. And they could do it mainly on Being the Elite or whatever they do online now.
Yeah.
Because of course, the legitimate, advertising issues if they're there shilling for products that haven't actually sponsored them. But you know what I mean?
Aye. Could have like Nick Jackson winning a match just so he can rush to the pay window to get like both of their shares straight away. It's like, Matt, I won't gamble it this time. I gambled it.
Or you see who's the one who gambles? Nick. Like they win the match and Matt's like, yeah, holding up one of the tag champions, and immediately Nick's like getting some sponsored. Oh, delicious. Make sure you get that in the shot.
He just starts coming out with like the Joey Tribbiani blue lipstick on his lips to wrestling. Getting paid a fortune for this.
One group who've got issues with the Young Bucks are Jurassic Express, who are in action for the first time since 2022 tonight. We can do this one really quickly because I sense it's going to be a fairly straightforward victory against Picker.
I sense they'll get the win. Yeah. I love this. I think it's okay to acknowledge that you have failed with an idea. Or indeed, you could debate it whether or not the system has failed you. Cuts both ways. Doesn't my job, Harry. But ultimately, they've tried stuff. It hasn't worked. Go back to a thing that did work and try again. And benefit from the 3 years of the various tumultuous events that have happened in the two. I saw a lot of people posting the image of the two of them together on the stage, Jack Perry and Luchasaurus, and it was like just people basically saying, "God, these look like they've been through it. They look like different men than the last time they tagged together." Use that, They win as Jurassic Express, all is well, Baltimore, everyone having a good time, but you can see the seriousness. You can see that the benefit of all of the terrible things they've both had to go through is that they're a far more efficient force than they were the last time, It's a nice... Is something bad actually something good?
Oh.
New feature. It's bad practice, typically, to do identical stories at the same time. Because they say comparison is the thief of joy, and it will force people to compare. But B, it kind of makes your creative engine room look pretty lazy. Is it a good thing that they're also reuniting the Acclaimed at the same time? Because
I can't call them that. I don't think they want to be called the Acclaimed.
Okay. Max Caster and Anthony Bowens are being forced to team together again, right? Is it a good thing that this is happening? Because I think I brought this up last week, actually. As much as it on the surface might look like you're just remembering some AEW wrestlers, just like you remember them as an acknowledgement of 4 failed pushes all at once. Bad, but is it good? Because Jurassic Express is the fondly remembered, beloved babyface team just coming back and winning and being actual solid. Like we've gone through some stuff. We've realised we're better together. We're just mates. There's no mistrust. There's no, is he going to turn on me? None of that at all. They're just together. They're back for real. In contrast, Bowens and Caster hate each other and don't like it one bit.
They've both actively campaigned on social media for Tony Khan to cancel the match that's set for Collision Homecoming this weekend.
They become...
Which, unfortunately, we won't have time to review. No!
That Mr. Bean that doesn't like AEW character is a mixed response from the audience. Yeah. That's a foo-head, isn't it? The team that are really buzzing to be back together and you should value your friends, you should value the things that mattered in your life and the things that worked. Scissor, hug, and back and forth. And Jurassic Express, look, you can hug, you two can scissor. And they're like, no, we don't want to. And then that's a foo-head for a bit. And then you bring back Bowens and...
you do need them to feud with I suppose technically, Jesus, you need them to feud with the Young Bucks because they kind of dropped Jack Perry like a...
Yeah, that's where that's going. Mm-hmm.
So that, again, people should prioritize the things that affected them before they departed the last time.
Yeah.
And maybe...
No, they're gonna. That's how Jack Perry came back. That's,
Nick Wayne, Kip Sabian stuff as well.
Oh, God, does that... Why don't everybody just piss off? Why don't crap wrestlers piss off? Sick of them. But yeah, they should probably do that as well.
I'm trying to think. I just have this current AEW tag team factions page open in front of me.
I don't want a game.
No, I'm trying to work out who it's going to be that are fed to Jurassic Express, right? It's not going to be Big Bill and Brian Keith because they're working Collision, obviously, against whatever we're calling the Acclaim nowadays. My immediate assumption with these sort of things is, and I love him, but Shane Taylor Promotions.
Yep.
The Crew, but I like them. They shouldn't be just, not even announced, just, Jurassic Express in action, and they beat the Crew. So I'm looking through here, and then there they are. I find them. Let's get the frat house back on. AEW Dynamite. Come on.
996,000,000 wrestlers. I couldn't give a toss about any of them. You're just saying stuff.
Taven and Bennett. I'm just going to say MXM Collection.
Yeah.
I think they were just on Collision, to be fair.
They're all on Collision, mate.
Outrunners, and they were class.
Oh, they're on Collision.
Dalton Castle, they should be the trios champions.
This podcast might scan that we are not passionately invested in this product.
Oh, it's going to be the Premier Athletes, by the way. I've just seen them. It's going to be them, innit?
Wilbourn in the office, apropos of nothing, sat up sharply. Outrunners and Dalton Castle need to win the trios title. And then we just spent 10 minutes on both the AEW and Ring of Honor trios belts. And come on, Tony, what's going on? Do not think there is not passion buried within for this product. But where is it tonight?
Well, let's not forget the Trios Championship was the one that was dropped by Hangman Page to set up a world title feud. Thoughts?
Not many yet, but here's the thing.
I get it. On paper, it's going to be class.
Is it? Right. No, what is bad could be good.
It's back.
I think.
How's it working second time around for you, Nicholas?
Pass.
What are we thinking of the hot new feature, gang? Let us know. There's the alarm going off saying brilliant new feature alarm, if you can hear that. So,
This content is on fire.
All the staff are going to come running upstairs. I'm bursting in. Well, we heard there was a new feature, guys. So what is bad might be good. I think Samoa Joe being chosen as Hangman Page's opponent is bad. It's Samoa Joe. It's 2025. Come on.
You ranted about this last week, to be fair.
I think Ball Knowers on the internet are lying here. They're hoping against hope that they will get a match they like because they don't really care about AEW. They don't care about the weekly product. They've gone off it ages ago. Some of them are lying to you when they tweet about watching it because they ain't.
Some of them, do you think some of them might even be, I can't remember if I'm about to say this. Do you think some people might be lying when they said they were crying laughing at Elglon screwing up Takeshita's entrance or whatever it was on Collision?
I mean, yeah.
Crying laughing.
I think global drought could be solved if we just hung Drainmaker's tweets over any country that needs water. I think climate change could be solved because, yes, the polar ice caps are melting, but apparently the water's been funneled into Drainmaker's face so he can cry tears.
I want, if anyone's got the time, I want them to make a list of everything that's happened that has made Drainmaker cry laughing.
Powerhouse Hobbs join the ops.
That's a new game. A new game. I'm gonna do some work for this. What? Did it make Drainmaker cry with laughter? Really, I don't know why that one really got to me. I was like, crying laughing.
Because they're all lying. That's why it got to you. It's you know, I'm not shooting on that terrible account, but it's symbolic of everything else. Like, everyone's lying. Hangman Page and Samoa Joe is this lie. Like, yeah, it'll be a good match, but good matches fall out of my ass. Like, it's all the time. There'll be loads of them. Like, Samoa Joe and Hangman Page, I think, by the time we get to, like, Wrestle Dream preview time, I think I'll be into it. I've actually got a lot of faith in this week and next. It's like the shorter time, the better. Like the promo, what you lost in Drainmaker's tears.
Sorry, no, I've also, it's actually quite a good development I haven't seen. Brandon Cutler's become rich after doubling his money betting against the Bucks.
That's good stuff.
That is good stuff.
So we're going to see like tricked out Brandon Cutler in like his best suit.
Yeah.
While the Young Bucks are like struggling to make ends meet. I don't mind that.
Yeah. Sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, Joe and Paige have got 2 weeks, and I think they will sell the out of this match. I kind of can't wait to be proven wrong. I can't wait to be eating my own words in a couple of weeks' time. Stuff in between 2 bits of bread, my words, that is. Because whilst I think this match is kind of lazy, and I think it's indicative of a wider problem of the Hangman Page world title reign that pretty quickly needs addressing, otherwise we'll be back where we were in the circular conversations about what works and what doesn't about him as the world champion. And I don't really want to get into them because I just actually like him with all my heart this time around.
And last time, you know, he's a ratings killer, whereas this time, are you concerned by those ratings, by the way?
Nah, who cares?
It's one of those. Like,
loads of the show sucks. They're getting what they deserve.
And like, it's also like everyone's having this. It's not like, oh, WWE's had a massive spike off the back of these new Nielsen.
WWE's numbers are down on TV. WWE's numbers in the buildings are down. They're soft. AEW still continue to run smaller buildings. AEW's TV numbers are rubbish. Like, wrestling is getting what it deserves right now, genuinely. Like, we've talked about this ad nauseum of late. There has been a decline in standards and quality in 2025. AEW at times has shown, like, genuine uptick, but I actually quite like when the numbers reflect. You know, like, the absolute worst of, say, like, 2019 WWE. Like, they're getting richer. Isn't this great? It's like, right, they're million years apart, right? WWE boom of recent times, and like the buildings are like red hot and full. AEW 2021, when you see those like amazing panning shots of like, well, even 2019 Dynamite, like they're in the building that John Cena's last match is going to happen in. That was where the first Dynamite was.
Of course, yeah.
You know, and it was full as well. Like, too often now, none of the old metrics have anything to do with the quality of the product. And I would agree that right now, yes, there will be a gazillion other reasons for ratings to be down and whatnot. But I think a lot of the metrics pointing downwards is reflective of the quality of the shows. And good. You know, like I think that's how I want it to be. I want to be able to read a number and be like, you know what, like those will go up when the show gets better.
I genuinely, we'll talk more about it a little bit later on today. I genuinely think it gave Raw a bit of a kick up the arse this week, and SmackDown last week.
Well, and if it did, great, because I want to see more of that. Joe, right? I'll say this for Samoa Joe because I looked at it and I just thought, are you Joe King? Like he was a numbers guy a few times. Like
Brody's brother, Joe King.
Brody Joe. That'll be the team then when they inevitably team together. In the nice words of AEW, we're Brody Joe. I forgot my train of thought. Who cares? Oh yeah. Joe got like a couple of good numbers as world champion or as number one contender. So it stands to reason that if nothing else, he's got the metrics on his side. I would argue it's people reaching, bro, for this, like, God, what would Hangman Page Samoa Joe look like? I was like, I've got a pretty bloody good idea. Like, but yet we kind of pretend we all dance this dance about like how great it's going to be and whatever. I don't think it's main event worthy. I don't think it touches Jon Moxley, Darby Allin. Like, doesn't touch it for actual heat, for an actual story that you're really invested in, something that you're on the hook for. Not even close.
But I did, as I said the other day, it was the Q&A yesterday, wasn't it? I was like, I agree, but at the same time, you can't really end Wrestle Dream with Jon Moxley threatening to kill Sting and then Darby Allin going, I guess I quit then.
No.
So.
Well, I'm sort of, I'm not quite, impress me, because I sort of think they will. I think Joe and Hangman are going to Joe, I will give them this, and I did last week, there is one character that you can do this like out of nowhere 0 to 100 escalation with, probably in AEW at the moment, and it's Samoa Joe. He's the one guy. So I'll give them that. And Page has, like, he did it with Fletcher, and he really believes what he's saying about what it means to be the world champion and the value of the belt and all that sort of thing. And like his words carry meaning and carry weight, and he'll always be the main character in the AEW base. Like, it feels lived in and legitimate this time. I genuinely, this is going to sound like concern trolling or whatever the phrase is. No, I'm really worried when I'm really not. Like, I am a little bit like nervous, I think, about the next Hangman Page feud. Yet again, not feeling that weighty. Yeah. Not feeling that, like, significant. I don't think it's unreasonable to say that every Hangman Page feud should feel like the thing that has to close the pay-per-view, and I don't think he's had one yet that does. MJF was the closest they got to it, I suppose, and that was extremely divisive. The match was really all over the shop. Loads of ideas in it were really good, but there were a load of ideas. Yeah. Nicholas.
What?
You read my biases like a book, and I know you love Hangman Page. Mm-hmm. Where are you at with him as world champion? He's your guy, and he's the world champion.
Don't try and use me to save the fact that you've just ranted and raved about this product.
I'm looking for some Billy Balance. I want to, because I understand that at this point people know my biases, and people might not believe what I say about Hangman Page when I say I actually like him this time around.
You do like him?
Yeah, I do.
Because he's not against Punk this time.
A little bit. And I bought the journey, and I really, like, the most invested I've been in AEW in years was All In, and he did it. But, like, you're somebody that kind of, you're thick and thin with Hangman Page, and he's the world champion. He's doing it. Like, where are you at with it?
Yeah, but I don't watch week to week, so I'm not a good judge. I think this match will be good for what it's worth, and I think, once again, I will keep the receipt in my top pocket, and I look forward to throwing it in your face when we get back.
I like the fact that they are having a face-to-face between the two of them. A, because they're two brilliant talkers, and B, this is a show with 7 matches on it. So we're going to need something, and just them just yelling at each other. Yeah. Joe saying, you've never beaten me, and Hangman Page saying, you don't realise what you're stepping in the ring with. I quite like that.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to sell us on it tonight.
I agree. This is the thing. Like, I already, like, criticised, but I did so with the knowledge that they had 2 weeks to probably do one of the better sales pitches for a title match. So yeah, the brevity of it will probably help as well.
Now, with Sidge not being here, no ladies' night tonight, but still on a 2.5-hour show. I'm looking at this card, and there is one women's match. That match being, of course, the TBS, along with many other titles, champion Mercedes
Money. Money.
versus TBA because she's thrown out the challenge for a Floridian wrestler to challenge her. Who will answer that open challenge? And will it be, some people have suggested this, Izzy Moreno?
What?
Yes.
I love it. Oh my God. I don't want anything else. We're not playing. Have you got a game lined up?
I mean, I've got
I don't want to play
professional wrestlers, Florida, open in front of me.
Okay, well, I mean, we'll do that. But that's a brilliant pitch.
I sense, Titus O'Neil's probably not going to answer that challenge.
But you would pop huge. That'd convey. If you were watching live and you had your up and downer, and then you're on social media on your second screen and like Titus O'Neil's answered Mercedes chat, there was absolutely no way you're sticking with NXT.
I would have thought that is the one thing I'd be like, you know what? Let's see what's going on here.
The power's back in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
That's an unbelievable shout. Oh my God. Is he?
Yeah.
That's so good.
It's one of those shouts that I saw people saying, and I went, well, you've either made me, massively excited by this match or ruined it completely when, poor CJ Perry walks out, for example.
I mean, to which music? Because that too would be a channel.
Well, wait a second, actually, yeah. No, that's who she's wrestling. Michelle McCool walks out.
Can you come up with a bad one?
I'm not going to slag off Barbie Blank. I love Barbie Blank. Kelly. Diamante walks out.
That's going to be. I like Diamante as well, but it's not as interesting as
Alicia Fox is from Florida.
She should be at Showdown.
What are you talking about?
It's TNA versus
what?
NXT. Yeah, she should be busy.
TNA taking on NXT. We should talk about that. We will later on.
Review coming soon.
Izzy's such a great
what a
shout.
pitch. What a brilliant pitch.
I can't remember the last time they traded barbs.
No.
But
then she walks out, she does the entrance, she's wearing the little, hair thingy ribbon, and, the first thing that Mercedes does is rips out of her hair and throws it away and goes, oh, you're going to cry again, and then Izzy jumps her, and it's like, they eat out the ass.
10-year feud.
Yeah. We're coming up.
What if it's the other way around, though, and Mercedes has got something in her hair, and she takes it out, and then she does it to her instead, you see?
Can I just shock you? I love AEW.
If they do this, it's a great shout. That's I don't know where she's at. Where's she at with her wrestling career at the moment?
She's working regularly.
Is she in the ID program, though?
No.
Okay.
And she actually lost a WrestleMania match that was stipulated on, the winner gets the ID or the next in line place or whatever it was. And obviously it wasn't, they don't give jobs out based on stipulations to work matches, but the idea was she was in the WWE space. However, before that contract gets signed, what a cool bit of exposure she could get. What a brilliant idea. In Florida, 10 years on from the Sasha Bailey program as well. We must... Hang on. Wait a second. Freeze frame. Can you date check NXT TakeOver Respect for me, please? The exact show, gang, where the ribbon was ripped from Izzy's hair is why I've brought that up. What was the date of NXT TakeOver Respect?
That would be October 7th, 2015.
I knew it!
It's happening.
I knew it!
It's happening.
Well done for containing yourself there. That was very professional.
Thank you.
Take note.
What, knowing the date and not swearing?
The swearing part, I couldn't care less about the date.
Thanks,
no, I do think the date's awesome. I didn't realise that at all.
I knew it was early October. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Back in the game, baby.
Power's back on the night where, you compete with
All of it. The Power's back because we're referencing a feud from NXT from 10 years ago.
Yeah. Business is better. Well, it wasn't. It was in the bin. But NXT was the best, and that meant more to me than any of this shit.
Well done again.
NXT, when AEW going head-to-head with NXT and, stealing a quarter hour with Sasha Bailey law, with Izzy and Mercedes Moné, I absolutely love the bones of it. Do not dare ask me to fantasy book a different match than this one, because I will not care.
Where do you think it goes in the show?
Main event, apparently, right there. And hoy the graphic up in the having Excalibur. Oh, coming up on Dynamite, it's all these important losers sick up, but in a main event.
Do you think, would you do, if you were booking the show, would you do the, is that a CM Punk reference, but with Izzy?
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, I'm here to interview, we're going to reveal who Mercedes is. Oh, she's had to leave, but she's left a clue behind.
It's the ribbon. Yes. Do whatever you want. It's 6 eggs.
Don't do that.
Eggs.
Ignore all that and just have her come out. That would be great.
Yeah.
With or without her own inflatable geezers.
Inflatable geezers wearing all of Mercedes' belts.
Izzy buddies. Oh my God, that's Mercedes' entrance, and it's foreshadowing. She's got all the money buddies.
The money buddies.
Money buddies. And they've got the arms, but they've been set a certain way, so they all do the money buddies with belts on.
I mean,
sold me. I like
that
the
is
show
also,
now.
it's both amazing and also completely off the charts now. Isn't it?
Because the arms go like that anyway, don't
Yeah.
they? So, like,
We do.
Just sense, by the way, Sid, you sat somewhere going,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
breaking my show.
My left arm feels weird.
I think I find we've made it better than ever.
Yeah.
What was bad
That's an
can
incredible-
actually be good.
Incredible
Okay.
shout that though.
I'm sold on this.
Yep.
And what a great time as well, because I'm sure isn't Bailey doing like a 3-day women's wrestling seminar?
A seminar, yeah.
So I mean, like,
She one of her personalities each day.
it's like, here's all the friends doing good stuff. You could be just like Izzy.
Seminar.
You know, that's a good advert, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's not on WWE,
Yeah.
you say,
Izzy's
you're
just
just
made it
like
on
Izzy,
television.
my friend Izzy.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Okay. What else have we got on Dynamite?
Doesn't matter now, does it? Now, apparently.
Is everything.
John Moxley versus Tomohiro Ishii.
Right, hang on. I would assume people think I'm just going to go in two-footed on this, and in some respects I want to.
Mm-hmm.
However, because I mean, boring, but 6 years ago, right, these men had one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. My 2019 match of the year with a bullet. So it would be bad faith. of me.
Really?
Yeah, in the G1. Like, it was the match that we've referenced before where Dave said he knew it was 5 stars, like 17 seconds in or something. The energy was so incredible.
I just thought you might have gone for Brian Kofi.
Oh, no, yeah, loved it. But, yeah, Moxley and Ishii stole the year for me. Like, Kenny has a brilliant G1 that year as well. Brian has a good year in general, but...
That was when the G1 used to hit like,
oh, my God.
fan wine.
Yeah, Moxley's 2019 G1. There was loads to love.
Never seen it.
Uh,
I did see bits.
Surprise.
I'm joking. I did see bits of it because you two were banging on about it.
banging on about it.
And I said, I think that Dean Ambrose lad's going to do all right, you know.
Yeah, we were basically the yeah.
Has he spent more time? I saw something on Squared Circle this morning that Mox has spent more time now
As Moxley.
than he was Dean Ambrose. Something like that. Let me find that.
He left WWE in 2019 and he debuted as Dean Ambrose on the main roster at least in 2012 Survivor Series.
Maybe
So it
I'm
was like,
talking
yeah, it's
about
about the same though. We're hitting about the point where it's about the same.
Just remember when he got beat off Yano. He got done. And he was like his first loss, and he had all them lush camera cuts as he was just staring at the ground. That was
Yeah.
so good.
And then he cut the promo afterwards where he was full of like comedic rage about what he was going to do.
Yeah. Shooter!
So the point I was going to make was I love that so much 6 years ago, having just done cartwheels at the idea of Izzy being Mercedes Monet's opponent based on a match 10 years ago. It would be quite bad faith of me, wouldn't it, to then say like, you know, that match I loved maybe even more than the Respect
Yes.
Iron Woman match. So in that respect, you've got to give them a chance to capture the energy that they managed within seconds 6 years ago in the G1. It was electric. If you've never seen it, go and watch John Moxley versus Tomohiro Ishii from the G1 2019 as a primer for tonight, and then keep your fingers crossed they can summon even half of that magic, because it is, I would say, like the literal definition of an instant classic, that match. You just know as Moxley's walking through the crowd that this is going to go off, and it does. It delivers and then some. So, all that said, if they can get half of that out of dailies, then I will be entertained. I think that it looks on paper to be one of these absolute, God, I'm glad you call Base happy because you ain't getting nobody else. It's boring. Like, wrestlers doing wrestling, hard lads doing hard lad stuff, same stuff you've seen a million times, rinse, repeat. The kind of the blessing and the curse of all elite wrestling. One of those sort of matches. But the chemistry exists. The magic is there. You know, John Moxley's, he's had a pretty good year, actually. Like, I'm writing at the moment about like 25 worst moments of the year, and he appears a couple of times for how badly things started, kidnapping the Rock and Roll Express, S and the B with Cope on pay-per-view. But like, there's been more good than bad in John Moxley's 2025. Probably. Don't ask me to do the math calc and trig on that. I just feel good about John Moxley again. Like, it's all on an upswing with John Moxley matches. And as a result, I kind of want them to dust off the old tricks rather than try and look some new ones. I don't need Death Rider stuff particularly. I don't need Ishii to colour outside the lines. Like this, he's become normalised by AEW.
Mm-hmm.
This would have felt genuinely special in an AEW ring, and it doesn't now. It doesn't. It's just another Moxley brawl on another Dynamite.
We've mentioned it like 5th in our notes.
Yeah, like that'd be lying to sort of say that this is magic and this is special and this is whatever. However, the potential is extreme. The ceiling is extremely high on this one.
Yeah.
Like, and
Who
you know,
wins?
I'll have to say John Moxley, but
Darby's going to come out and try and get some vengeance for what happened.
But if you look, he does it after the match because that's like what a babyface does.
Yes.
He's not like an interference guy like the Death Riders would be because then he's no better than them. So the Death Riders win.
It's so Darby. He's the babyface. You know, the guy who brought out a flamethrower the other week.
Yeah. His principles are solid. His choice as a weapon are murderous.
Yeah, Mox is going to win and be like, I think I'm going to kill him, actually.
Yeah.
And then that's Darby.
And that can be the save. Then they can do like a tag match.
Maybe he's like, I'm going to make
Darby-shi.
Ooh.
That's a portmanteau.
Yeah. I was going to say, maybe he's like, if I can make Ishii say I quit, I can do that to you, Darby.
Yeah.
And that's when he started, like, get me a mic, beat him, bloody him up, and Darby comes out and makes the save.
All the Death Riders, on him.
We've also got a street fight tonight between the Demand and the Hurt Syndicate.
The Hurt Syndicate win.
Yeah.
To get their win back.
Don't let MVP take most of the match.
Well, this is it, yeah. To get the win back that they didn't technically have because MVP last week was like, well, he beat me, so it doesn't count.
Yeah. Oh, I found the stat, by the way, before I forget.
Okay.
Moxley has now been gone from WWE longer than his run as Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
Shield debuted November 18th, 2012 to April 19th, 2019. Of course, that was 2,343 days. It's been 2,362 days since that final show as Dean Ambrose. So not exactly like Mox AEW stuff, but
April 30th / May 1st, 2019 that the John Moxley escaping from prison, running from the dogs vignette dropped.
That's, of course, if you believe that he's gone from WWE.
Yeah. It's a lot of days to believe a conspiracy.
It's going to be a sad day when he does end up back there.
Oh, okay, he's going to be.
I don't want to be in the office for that.
Isn't he?
I do
Yeah.
not.
I mean,
want
to be fair,
here
that's-
for that.
That's the only thing that I could ever say I've called. Oh, no, wait. Literally something on last night's Raw.
God.
Look forward to the Raw review later.
You do that, like, your face goes all, like, flat and proud of itself in the same way my wife does when she's won yet another battle in our endless marriage full of them, when she's always right. Like, it's like, yeah, you win again. Yeah, I'm yet to get one right. You've got that. My work wife is the same as my shoot wife. It's happened.
Well, he's got his hand over the just button that you don't want him to press. See? Well, all I said was
If
let it play
Adele's
out.
not saying C, you're in real trouble.
See?
Yeah.
Sorry, Demand Hurt Syndicate street fight.
I don't care, but there is law for this sort of stuff in Daly's going down very well. People adore the parking lot brawl between Best Friends and Proud and Powerful. I loved Arcade Anarchy.
I love Bobby Lashley versus Tony Leone the other week.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Daly's Place is a good space historically for doing cool stuff. Do you remember Kenny Omega and Matt Hardy in the golf cart chasing Sammy Guevara? Like, it's they've shown in the past that this is a hell of a venue for this kind of thing. And the more you lift this away from 7 matches, the more you lift this away from the ring and put it somewhere else visually, the better. It gives you that range. It gives you that sort of like, right, I've seen quite a lot of this tonight and now I'm getting this completely different view that's spilled out into the crowd. It's the right venue for it. It's a payoff as well. They've seen a feud through. So it's doing like the basics and the fundamentals in a way that I like. The Hurt Syndicate winning should give you this feeling of vindication and whatnot. Even though, as I say, last week MVP wrote off the loss. It's like a tax write-off. Like I don't think counts. That's the Hurt Syndicate like caveat, isn't it? Like nothing. Like wins or losses literally don't matter in the world of the Hurt Syndicate because they always win when it's proper. They're the real quiz of stables. So like they'll win tonight. But visually, I think this could be quite appealing.
Yeah, I think Ricochet's going to take some bonkers bumps.
Could they?
But yeah, I really like the fighting all over the place.
Well, could they do their own little miniature version of Stadium Stampede?
Yeah,
like it's just next door. Like you could pre-record a bunch of spots, so it doesn't rely on like the live
Orange Cassidy's
setting.
not doing anything on this card.
So he's just like...
So he can just be in... Was he in a toilet for something?
That was... did they kick open the door?
Yeah, that was it.
He stood in there. But yeah, so you could just have him as like a Where's Wally for various spots while the fight's ongoing. AEW, like, was and still is magic for things like that.
Yeah.
They're really cool for
I've just lied. He's in action against Pac. I don't know why I've said that.
I was just looking there and I was thinking, I'm pretty sure he's fighting Pac then.
Yeah.
That's tonight.
Yeah, that's the other match I was meant to get to.
That's good. I'm into that. Like,
Not in the toilet. It's not
a toilet match.
It is like, I can't remember.
How would that work?
What was the month and year where it was Orange Cassidy versus Pac? Can you...
It might have been February 2020.
It was the Revolution. It was awesome.
Yeah, I love that. Then
I remember watching it the morning after what turned out to be the last night out I went on for quite some time in 2020.
Me and Nicholas were at a gig that night.
I was showing it to the people who were staying with me who weren't really wrestling fans, and they were instantly like, "Who's this guy?" I was like, "Oh yeah, he's like this like lazy wrestler." And they were like, "Is that allowed?" And I was like, "I mean, you can do what you want, yeah."
You're like sort of like your most effervescent self to your guests. Who were like, I will never not love AEW. Right, guys?
Awesome show, Revolution.
It was. Looking forward to this. Interested to see Pac the wrestler in this new look. And like, will he change his gear? Because he was always the guy that wore exclusively his gear. And now he's come back in this like weird jeans and t-shirt era with his new haircut.
Short hair, yeah.
Will his look be slightly different? Orange Cassidy loses again, probably, which is not great. That's a good L. Let's come back. But, yeah, again, quality ceiling pretty high. Daly's place likely to be very loyal to these. AEW, proper AEW originals. Itself, as you say, a bit of a tribute to a different era. Orange Cassidy still on the wrong side of the Death Riders is probably good for the wider story at this point, because obviously Danny Garcia was with him. And you remember they had a bit of a post-match to do in the early days of the Death Riders. Well, now Daniel Garcia has made the choice. I think, based on how they've used Orange Cassidy, this might exist as a filter program for Orange Cassidy and Daniel Garcia, and Garcia beats him.
Wow.
I think this could be, if you look at that original lineup, was it Hook, Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, and Daniel Garcia?
I think so.
And like, look where we are now. Like, Hook's spun out.
He's in wing corner.
6 different wings. Daniel Garcia has actually joined the group, and Darby Allin is fighting the good fight. Orange Cassidy now joins that fight as well. Like, it could be Moxley saying, right, he's your job. Can you do it? I did, so you can. Can you do it, please?
I like that as a suggestion, because I just assumed Cassidy gets the win through... He's got mates. Shouldn't be...
Yeah. But
then Garcia could get involved in this or the Ishii match.
You might be right, you might be more optimistic than me. Maybe that's just driven by, like, they put Orange Cassidy in as a substitute last week and he lost.
But then I want Pac to get some wins as well. I'm conflicted.
It's a good booking in that sense.
Yeah.
Like, if wins and losses matter and there's actually follow through and all that, like, whoever wins will benefit and whoever loses will potentially suffer.
They both just come back, so it is, it kind of determines where we go from here with both.
Makes the stakes a little higher, doesn't it? Yeah.
I like that, yeah. But, I mean, it'll be... more and more we talk about this show, more I'm sold on it.
I mean, I think we all know what bit we're most looking forward to. Don't think I need to repeat that.
Well, let us know your thoughts ahead of AEW Dynamite Title Tuesday.
Brian, if you want it, you can. That'll be good.
In the comment section below. Or on X at WhatCulture WWE. Watch, they can follow all three of us. You can follow Michael Hamflett at
Michael Hamflett.
Follow our brilliant producer, Adam Nicholas, at...
It's Adam Nicholas.
And you can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. And make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcast from, for daily wrestling podcasts. Got the NXT preview coming your way later on today. And the Raw review. And fingers crossed, cross everything. Michael Sidgwick will be back tomorrow to review the Tuesday Night War. But for now, this has been the Dynamite preview. My thanks to Hamflett. Thank you for joining us. And we will see you soon.